Hi, it's Michael Angelo Caruso. It's early on a Saturday morning, and I've been thinking a lot about health and nutrition and fitness and things that we can do to keep ourselves at our best for long periods of time. I think water gets a short attention span when it comes to taking care of ourselves. We talk a lot about food and exercise and sleep, but water is just so key. For decades now, experts have been suggesting that we drink 8 ounce glasses of water a day. The quantity varies, but a lot of water, much more than most people drink. Almost everybody wants to subsidize their water intake with things like club sodas, sparkling water, flavored drinks, sugar drinks, uh, infused drinks, right? Water is water. Anything else that's coming with calories or sugar or anything in it that you're not supposed to be drinking, you should be drinking water, everybody. So I have a technique that I've been using for years to pound the water. And once I got used to it, it was great. I wasn't used to it in the beginning, but I thought I would show it to you today. And if it helps you, great. And if not, at least you can't say you didn't know, right? So I have here a glass of water. You could probably put 14, 15 ounces of water in this glass. And I drink many of them a day. I lose count. But the trick, I think, is to have one of these first thing in the morning when you get up. So it's pre-coffee, it's pre-breakfast, it's pre-anything. I am lubricating my system, getting the nature's elixir inside, right, to start moving it. And what moves it, ladies and gentlemen, is gravity, right? Because if you take in water here, there's only one place for it to go, and that is through the system, to clean the pipes, flush the system, all the reasons you should be drinking water in the first place. So one of these first thing in the morning. Now, I've got here a measuring cup. I don't know if you can see, but it's got 12 ounces of water in it. We drink a special type of ionized water here in the Caruso household, and the redhead turned me on to it. It's fantastic. We actually use a machine to create it. It's I can tell you about that in another video, but it's what some people refer to as smart water, right? So 12 ounces, and if I put it into this glass, you can see how it almost fills it to the rim. So it's a pretty full vessel. And when I wake up in the morning, I pour one of these guys, right? I don't measure it anymore, of course. I just pour it. I don't need to have exactly 12 ounces. If it turns out to be 10, I'm 10 ounces ahead of where other people might be or where I otherwise might be early in the morning. So this is the first thing that gets my attention in the morning. And one of the tricks was that I learned a long time ago was that I would not just take a sip, because most people just sip water, right? Here's a sip. Pretty simple, right? A couple swallows. But notice what happened to the level, not much. I'm not really taking much water in. Maybe with breakfast or after my cup of coffee, I might do this. Another sip, right? You see how slow it's moving from the glass. I mean, at this rate, I'd be lucky to finish a 12-ounce glass of water by noon or 2 o'clock, right? So the trick in the morning is to slug. So if you just always drink like you're thirsty instead of like you're just trying to wet your whistle, right? Drink like slug it, you know? You're going to take down more water early in the day, which gets your system used to that kind of a flush, and then you start to crave it. So first thing in the morning, my first intake of water is not a sip at all. Here's what happens first thing in the morning. And you can do this. It's not clever theater. It's just a routine. It's just habit. Watch. You see the difference? Now, did I need to have all that water? Was I so parched and so thirsty that I had to have that much intake? No, right? I just kind of forced the issue, right? And you can too. And what happens is your body gets used to having that kind of a flush, and then it starts to crave it. Then it becomes more normal for you to do that, right? So second slug of the day, not second sip, but the second slug a few minutes later feels and looks and sounds much the same way. Here it is. And you see how quickly I could probably polish off 12 ounces of water. So that means I'm having 12 ounces of water maybe in an hour, right? Let's keep the math simple. Whereas a lot of people can't drink or won't drink 12 ounces of water in an entire day. Can you imagine that? So I have 12 in the first hour. Now, do I keep up that pace? No, I'm probably dehydrated through the night. I might drink more than 12 ounces another hour of the day, but you can see how it adds up very, very quickly. And of course, water is good for your skin. It's good for your thinking. It's good for fatigue in the afternoon. The number one source of fatigue in the afternoon is dehydration, right? So to just keep that water flowing all day long is just an amazing thing. Of course, you got to stop sometime into the evening because otherwise you'll never get to bed or stay in bed for very long. But this is just one little trick that you can use, and it's so easy to put in place. Everybody has tap water. You can get the smart water if you want to, but almost everybody has access to water, and it's a great way to roll. So if you like these kinds of tips, it's not always about water, it's not always about nutrition and eating, but it is always about a better life. I call it the speaker life. And if you'd like to subscribe to this YouTube channel, I'll get you more of this stuff via video content. Ring that silver bell so you're notified of new videos. Thank you very much, everybody, and cheers.